What's up? How's everyone doing? It's your boy Reg in the building. Welcome to another hip hop review. Um, and pretty much I know it's been a couple of weeks since I actually done a review and stuff like that. A lot has been happening. I've gotten a new job, so I'm really trying to adjust that schedule. Well, of course, you guys know I got two new jobs and stuff like that. And then of course I took some time off just to reorganize some stuff because I just done that favorite Family Matters episodes. And I'm not gonna lie, I was working on that for like 2 months and everything like that too. So I'm kind of like I was a little burnt out by that shit. You know what I'm saying? But I'm definitely gonna do a little mixture of like pre-recorded and live videos and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? So I know I've been behind on a few reviews and stuff like that. Bear with me. I still got to catch up on a lot of the requests and stuff like that too. So I know I don't want y'all thinking I skimming y'all motherfuckers. And then in case y'all want a review or an album or a show, send it to my cash. I'm gonna definitely post all that shit. But I'm gonna start with the album anniversary, and this album anniversary is definitely a hip hop classic in my opinion. One of the most groundbreaking albums, not just in hip hop in the music history. DMX, It's Dark and Hell is Hot. This came out May 19, 1998 on Def Jam's Rough Riders, all that shit. This album, if you guys know me, you'll know that this is like among not just one of my favorite hip hop albums of 1998. Well, next to Capital Punishment by Big Pun, but it's one of my favorite hip hop albums in general. Because this album came out at a time when the Diddler was having a Jiggy era, the Shiny Suit era, and Rough Riders brought that like raw energy back then, stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you guys should know DMX. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't rest. First of all, rest in peace to DMX. First of all, you know what I'm saying? He definitely got to start as just rapping back in like the late '80s, early '90s. He got like an unsigned hype and the Source and stuff like that, which I feel like they don't even do that shit no more, which is crazy. And he did a few songs on like Rough House, Columbia. Like he did a song called Born Loser and everything. He did a song called Spellbound, which that kind of sparked the beef with K Solo and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? And then he hooked up with like Irv Gotti and everything once Irv Gotti became the president A&R of Def Jam Records, and then he got him a deal with that label and stuff like that too. And between like '97 and early '98, he was appearing on a lot of guest appearances like Mace's 24 Hours to Live and Take What's Yours, Money, Power, Respect, and of course 4321, which I believe he really had the best verse on that record and stuff like that too. That might be kind of crazy, but yeah. And then fast forward to early like February of '98, he dropped his first single, Get At Me Dog, which ended up being a huge success. And then months later, he came out with this album right here. You know what I'm saying? First of all, I do apologize for the condition on this on the back cover because the person who I got this from, they kind of gave it like this. They put the back cover, so I had to do my best to tape it and shit like that too. So I mean, this album has a lot of classic tracks, like of course the Rough Riders anthem, "Let Me Fly," "X is Coming," "How It's Going Down." Man, one of the most tragic hip hop love songs of all time. My favorite track, "Crime Story," "Stop Being Greedy." Man, niggas done started something. Oh my god, like, and it wasn't even just like the attitude and the lyrics. It was also the production too, because you have producers like Dame Grease and Swiss Beats. You know what I'm saying? PK, who definitely added like a more synth heavy sound when it came to like their production, like and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, they were still using samples, but it wasn't really as prevalent and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? And then one more thing I gotta say, with Def Jam Records, they have these like samplers and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? So if you guys, I think this comes up with like the original copy because this was trying to promote like the Survival of the Illest tours, which is one of the best hip hop tours ever. Like you got the Ja intro. I think that ended up being on his first album. Onyx's, they did a sampler of the Shut 'Em Down album, which is a very dope album. Def Squad with Full Cooperation, that's from the El Nino album, which y'all should know I never really cared for that album. Cormega is the Testament, which that didn't really come out I believe until like years later, because he had that issue with Steve Stout and everything, and then of course LL Cool J with the Ripper Strikes Back, which that was actually the answer to Cormega's what's that song? Second round knockout and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? Which honestly, that's a very dope diss track in its own right. I'm not even gonna hold you and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but so I'm sorry, I gotta put this on vibrate. That's so rude of me. So without further ado, this album's very dope album. I've done a review on this album years ago and everything. This and honestly, this is DMX's best album. Honestly, like his first his first four albums are my favorite and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? Anything after the Great Depression, that Grand Champ was okay. It was okay, but anything after the Great Depression, I was just kind of. But yeah, man, must have in your collection. If you're a hip hop head and you don't got this album, I don't know what the fuck to tell you. All right, so now I'm gonna also do the whole Billboard charts as well too. You know what I'm saying? This time I'm gonna take it back to 1979, the year of the disco demolition, the year of all the crazy shit was happening that time. You know what I'm saying? So now we're gonna go to soul LPs and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, give me 1 second. Sorry about that. All right, so I'm gonna do the top 20. Number 20, Angela Bofield with Angie. Number 19, is debut on the charts. George Benson, Living Inside Your Love. That was a pretty dope album. Number 18, The Best of Earth, Wind, and Fire, Volume 1. Dope compilation. That was a compilation with September and everything like that. Just for that song, that is worth the compilation alone. But if you're a fan of Earth, Wind, and Fire, I would definitely get that too. Number 17, Pointer Sisters with Energy. I gotta really get more into their stuff, honestly. I feel like I liked a few songs, but they were never really one of my favorites. Number 16, Richard Pryor with Wanted. That was the comedy album that ended up being the live in concert, which probably the best stand up comedy album ever. And I do got that album. I do have to talk about that comedy movie one day. I got to get back on my stand up comedy reviews. I got to get back to that. Number 15, Somewhere in My Life with Phyllis Hyman. Rest in peace to her. One of my favorite albums she's ever done. Period. Number 14, Parliament with Motor Booty Affair. Fucking dope album. An album I definitely got to talk about as well too. You know what I'm saying? Number 13, Tavier's with Madame Butterfly. Never really was a fan of them like that. Now we're getting into some of the disco shit. Number 12, Village People with Cruising. Um, Never really was a fan of. I think that was the album with YMCA. I think. Number 11, Peebo Bryson, Crosswinds. Stay tuned on my review coming soon. Number 10, Sister Sledge, We Are Family. Nile Rodgers production. What can you go wrong? I Number 9, The Bee Gees with Spirits Haven't Flown. I think that was the album with Too Much Heaven, I think. But yeah, that was a pretty dope album from what I remember. Number 8, Marvin Gaye's Hear My Dear. I mean, y'all should already know how I feel about that record. So, classic album. Number 7, Instant Funk with Funk. Never heard that album, never heard it for the group. Number 6, Chic was C'est Chic. Fucking dope record. That might be my second favorite album they've done next to their first album. Number 5, Chuck Brown and the Soul Searchers. I think it's self-titled. I think, yeah. I never heard of the group. Number 4, Gloria Gaynor, Love Tracks. We've done a review on that album. Very dope album from her. Number 3, Jackson 5. Well, the Jacksons at this time. Destiny. Fucking dope album as well too. You know what I'm saying? I think that might be my second favorite album next to the Triumph album. Number 2, Rick James, bitch, with busting out of L7. Possibly my favorite album he's ever done. It kind of goes back and forth. So one day I might say that album, the next day I might say Garden of Love, next day I might say fucking Street Song. It kind of goes back and forth. And number 1 is Peaches and Herb with Too Hot. You know that song with Reunited. You know what I'm saying? That was a dope album too. So okay, not bad. 1979 got some heat. You know what I'm saying? Got some heat. Got some heat. All right. Give me 1 second. Hold on. Okay, this is weird. Okay, great. So okay, there I am. Okay. Sorry, StreamYard. Okay, there we go. All right. Okay, sorry about that, y'all. All right, so the album that we're going to talk about today is fucking Zero with the Cocaine album. This is actually his 13th album. I want to give a shout out to CD Galore and everything like that too for requesting to do this album and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? Donating to the channel. So this album came out October 27, 2009 on Rap A Lot for Life under Asylum and the Warner Brothers. You know what I'm saying? Singles. Did this album even have any singles in Doja? Give me 1 second. Let me check the singles. Yeah, one, two, and I Can't Leave Drink Alone. Those are the only two singles from this album. Producers include Zero, who pretty much produced the majority of this album, Big Time, Big E, and Beans and Cornbread. Guest appearances include Billy Cook, Big Pokey, Mike D, Lil O, Lil Flip, Gucci Mane, Chris Ward, um, and that's it. All right, so I'm gonna be real with you guys. I've never really actually heard a Zero album before last night and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? Even though he is one of the most respected Texas rappers and everything like that, I've never really gravitated towards that whole chopped and screw era and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and that's no disrespect to them and stuff like that because it's like I said, I do love like a lot of Texas rappers. Of course, the Ghetto Boys, Scarface, Woody D, Bushwick Bill, and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, one thing I do like about him is his work ethic and everything. You know what I'm saying? So he actually got to start like rapping like in the mid '90s apparently, and he used to participate in like a lot of freestyle battles and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? He was very influenced by like a lot of the cats growing up, like Ghetto Boys, Tupac, Bone Thugs, and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? And so he actually got signed to this local record label and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And like he dropped his first album, "Look What You Did to Me." I'm gonna be real with you. I've never heard any of these albums, so I'm just gonna skim right through them and stuff like that. So 2000, he dropped Zero versus the World. '01, King of the Ghetto. He also dropped a self-titled album in '01 too. Then he dropped Life, and then he dropped Screwed Up, Click Representative, both released in 2002. 2003, he dropped Zero's Tolerance and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? Um, and so it wasn't really until he signed to Rap a Lot when he dropped his pretty much what I would consider like maybe his breakthrough, The Life of Joseph W. McD. You know what I'm saying? Apparently that album definitely was a fan favorite from like a lot of fans and critics and stuff like that. And he dropped album like Let the Truth Be Told in 2005. And then also, around this time too, he actually got into some legal issues and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because he was in prison for drug possession, and he had dropped the "I'm Still Living" album while he was in prison and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? And so he dropped King of the Ghetto and Power in '07. You know what I'm saying? And he definitely dropped Crack in '08 and '09. He came out with this album right here called Cocaine. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Like I said before, the production was done by Zero, Big Time, Big E, and Beans and Cornbread. A lot of these cats were definitely like rap a lot, in-house producers and shit like that too. So yeah, man. Let's get this shit started. Okay, so track number one, we got the Cocaine intro. Now I'm gonna be real with you. I wasn't really expecting this beat to sound this fly because I was kind of expecting some more harder shit and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? Not saying I fucking dislike it. The intro is fire. Just sets the whole tone of the album and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? And he's actually rapping on the intro, which you can't say that about a lot of hip hop intros from albums we talked about. Which I definitely fuck with this one. Track number two we got is 1-2. Very dope track right here. You know what I'm saying? This one right here definitely still continue on with like the soulful production and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? This actually features Billy Cook and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I like this one. Track number three we got is Don't Worry About Me. This is definitely a favorite song of mine and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? One thing I got about this record was the fact that he just letting his fans know that he's always gonna be good as long as he's keep making the dope music and shit like that too. This features Big Pokey too. You know what I'm saying? From when I looked up Big Pokey, when I looked up, he's definitely an affiliate of the whole Rap a Lot fame, and he's one of the members of the Screwed Up Clique and shit. Which that group definitely was famous for the whole chopped and screwed music. Rest in peace to him. He actually passed away from a heart attack and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? Man's was like 48, man. That's wild. That's wild as fuck. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, rest in peace to him. Yeah, they both did their thing on this one. Track number 4, Type of Nigga I Am. This is another favorite track of mine and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? One thing I got about this track is like one of those braggadocial kind of tracks and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, must this is the definitely must listen and shit like that too. He has one line, and I'm gonna pull it up and stuff like that where he says a lot of niggas mumble under their breath about what they gonna do, run it up on zero. The crooked is what they won't do. Yeah, I'm cool, calm and collected, but I ain't got it all. That's why I go from how you doing to fuck all y'all. I love his delivery on that fucking line and shit. You know what I'm saying? Track number 5, Quarterback Vision. Um, I didn't really care for this track too much. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it was alright, but it was alright. Track number 6, I Don't Give a Damn. You know what I'm saying? Again, kind of in the same vein of Type of Nigga I Am, but like more in your face. It's just him pretty much saying he don't give a damn about what people think about him. He's just gonna continue making money the best way possible, continue doing his thing, dropping the best music and stuff. Track number 7, Bottom to the Top, featuring Mike D. Very dope beat. Zero actually did the beat to this one and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he's actually a dope producer. I'm not gonna hold you. Yeah, like he's actually a very, very, very dope producer and shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, just talking about his come up in the drug game and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely fuck with this track right here. Then next track we got is called I Can't Leave Drank Alone featuring Lil O. Um, I forgot he does some singing on here too. So this one was not bad. This that you can tell this one was single radio airplay. It definitely had that late 2000s quintessential vibe to it. And if you guys know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm saying? Like songs like um Jamie Foxx's Blame It on the Alcohol, you know what I'm saying? Anything the Dream did, that whole synth heavy. And I love the fact that he did that Jodeci interpolation. I'm not gonna tell y'all what song it is. Y'all should definitely know if you listen to it. But yeah, this one was cool. It was alright. Track number 9, Doing Just Fine. Another cool song right here too. Dope beat from Beans and Cornbread. You know what I'm saying? Track number 10, Southside featuring Lil Flip. Um, this one was pretty okay. I wasn't really, I really wasn't really too big on this one. I'm not really the biggest like Lil Flip fan like that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, he definitely did his thing on this one right here too. You know, just rapping the Southside and shit. Can't get mad about that. Um, Next track we got is Haters Got Me Wrong. Yeah, he definitely tried to chase the radio airplay with this one and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? I could have done without this song. It's okay. I could have really done without it though. Track number 12, On My Grind. Very, very, very dope track right here. You know what I'm saying? Again, we're just talking about, on this come up, standing on business and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? Definitely fuck with this one right here. Um, Track number 13, Shada. Another pretty dope track. You know what I'm saying? This one he definitely caught the reggae dance hall fever with this one, and it's kind of crazy too because around this time a lot of that dance hall shit was really getting like watered down and shit like that too. A lot of cats was using auto tune and stuff. You know what I'm saying? I respect the experimentation on this one though. Track number 4, Thank You. Very, very, very dope record right here too. You know what I'm saying? Track number 15, we got is Butt. This is an interesting song. He's talking about shady women and stuff like that too. How he almost got torn and he almost got fucked up by one and stuff. Definitely love his storytelling on this one. That's one of the most underrated features on this album was the dope storytelling, which I definitely fuck with. You know what I'm saying? Track number 16, The Police featuring Chris Ward. You know what I'm saying? Another very dope track right here too. You know what I'm saying? Self-explanatory, just talking about crooked cops and shit. And then the last track is called Bring My Mail. This is pretty much like a dedication to his haters and his fans. It also uses an unneeded sample of Anita Ward's Ring My Bell, which I've never really cared for that song. I didn't even care too much. I feel like that sample was used better when DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince used that for the Home Base album and stuff like that too. And I wasn't even a big fan of that one either. Well, not that the album is dope, but not the song. That's what I'm trying to say. You know what I'm saying? So, all right. So overall, this album's not bad. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't really too keen on like a lot of the radio airplay kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? But it's not a bad record. I would definitely recommend. Like I said, I'm not really too big on Zero's music like that. I know CD Galore requested me to do another one, which I'm gonna save that for the raps. I'm probably gonna do that probably later on this week and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? But very, very, very dope album. Production wise, it definitely screams 2007, 2008. You know what I'm saying? 2009. I definitely fuck with the production on this record. You know what I'm saying? So on a scale of the mic system, I'm gonna give this a 4 mics. You know what I'm saying? I say feel like it's a very, very, very dope album. And yeah, good luck finding this album because a lot of the Rap a Lot releases, a lot of the Rap a Lot releases and stuff like that, sometimes they can be a bit hard to come by and shit like that too, you know what I'm saying? So and also just be careful because in case you do find a Rap a Lot release, just make sure that shit's not like chopped and screwed and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? So thank y'all so much for watching. Make sure y'all subscribe and like this video. Oh, shout out to CD Galore for sending me this request and donation. Definitely got some more stuff planned out. Hope y'all see y'all soon. Peace.